Good day everyone, mabuhay, mahal ka na. This is Tom De Chavez speaking, and I wanna share something came from Nelson Mandela, which is the former and first president of South Africa. In his quote, "It is always seems impossible until it's done." I know you already know the meaning of this, guys, so it is what it is. Let's proceed to our topic for today. Economic Order Quantity Model or EOQ model. It is used to identify the order size that will minimize the sum of the annual cost of holding inventory and ordering inventory. Ito ay ginagamit upang ma-estimate and makalculate natin ng maayos ang ating inventory at ang dapat lamang na bilhin. Gumagamit ito ng accounting formula upang malaman kung saan magiging balance or mag-meet ang order cost and inventory carrying cost. Ano nga ba ang order cost and inventory carrying cost? In a business like burger, kailangan nito ng mga raw materials which is buns, patty, cheese, and iba pa. When you purchase those materials, it includes the processing fee and transportation fee. That is the order cost. After mabili ng mga raw materials, need na nitong ma-store sa isang lalagyan. So, dito na papasok yung inventory carrying cost. Dahil burger ang business, meron tong patty. So, yung patty na yun, kailangan niyang ma-store ng maayos isang malamig na lalagyan. So, kailangan dito ng freezer or refrigerator. And yung refrigerator na yun, kailangan ng maintenance like electricity. And ang result naman nito is malalaman dito kung ilan lamang yung dapat bilhin and ano-ano ba yung dapat bilhin. In purchasing, this is known as order quantity, and in manufacturing, it is known as production lot size. Let's proceed to the assumption of EOQ model. Assumption of basic EOQ model. First, only one product is involved. Second, annual demand requirement is known. Next is demand is spread evenly throughout the year. Next is lead is always constant. The other one is each order is received in a single delivery. And last, no quantity discount is granted. As you can see, the graph shows that the point where the total carrying cost and total ordering cost meet is the point where the EOQ is located, where the QO is the economic order quantity, D is the annual demand for quantity of inventory, S is the ordering cost per order, H is the holding cost or carrying cost of inventory per unit. We have the formula to get the EOQ or the economic order quantity, which is QO equals square root of 2DS over H. Note that the term Q over 2 or EOQ over 2 is the average inventory. If the company has safety stock policy, the average inventory is Q over 2 plus safety stock in number of units. For the computation of annual carrying cost, we have the formula. Annual carrying cost equals Q over 2 times H, where the Q is the order quantity in units and H is holding or the carrying cost per unit. For the computation of annual ordering cost, we have the formula. Annual ordering cost equals D over Q times S, where the D is demand, usually in units per year, S is ordering cost. Note, the term D over Q or D over EEQ is the number of order per year. If the company has a safety stock policy, the number of orders per year is still the same. For the computation of total annual cost, we have the formula TC equals annual carrying cost plus annual ordering cost, or Q over 2 times H plus D over Q times S. Note, these two variables in determining the total cost are always equal if the quantity used to derive them are the EOQ. One of the criticisms of EOQ is the absence of possibility of stock out. Ibig sabihin nito, meron pa ring posibilidad na maubusan ng stock ng isang raw materials. Kapag may stock out, nadidelay ang supply ng mga raw materials and wala silang gagamitin to produce their product. So, ang tendency nito is bababa ang kanilang kinikita or yung kanilang sales. Additionally, bababa din ang bilang ng kanilang customer if the demand cannot be met or hindi na nila maibigay ang kagustuhan ng kanilang mamimili. The EOQ level assumes a scenario that the supplies needed are immediately delivered on the day the order is placed. EOQ is not applicable in the situation such as, first, the supplier cannot meet POQ's demand. Next, the supplier still has to order the goods from another supplier. And last, the goods have to be imported are some examples where EOQ is not applicable. In such cases, problem will arise since POQ has other customers, and meeting the demands of these customers depends on the supply of materials or inventories needed. To avoid this kind of problem, una, kailangan malaman kung ano ang mga dapat bilhin upang magkaroon ng sapat na stocks bago ito dumating and kapag dumating na ang mga produkto. Pangalawa, mahalaga rin na dumarating ang ating mga in-order na raw material sa itinakdang oras. Sinasabi din dito na dapat meron tayong minimum safety stock, ngunit ito ay magpapataas sa ating cost of inventory dahil tataas din yung carrying cost or yung maintenance natin para sa storage ng mga raw materials. However, the cost should be offset. So, ang ating minimum safety stock ay kailangan din natin gamitin ng maayos and ma-dispose dahil ito ay isang asset na dapat ginagamit. Now, let's proceed to optimum numbers of orders. It is the required number of times a company order in a given period. It is based on the assumption that the inventory will be used at a constant rate throughout the specific time period. It is crucial in minimizing the total inventory cost of any order, since less than or greater than the required order will result in higher inventory costs. The formula for optimum number of order is as follows. Optimum number of order equals usage per period divided by EOQ. Example, assumes the same value of POQ Corporation from the previous example. Example, assume the same value of POQ Corporation from the previous example. Compute the optimum number of orders and total inventory costs. Answer, optimum number of orders equals to 500 units over 100 units, where the 500 units is the usage per period and the 100 units is EOQ. And we have the result of 5 units. And that is the optimum number of orders. To compute the total inventory cost, we have the formula. Total carrying cost plus total ordering cost. To have the total carrying cost, we have the formula which is EOQ over 2 times CC or the carrying cost. And while in total ordering cost, we have the formula of optimum number of orders times OC or the ordering cost. So now we have the value of total carrying cost and total ordering cost, which is both 200 pesos. And we are going to simply add them, and we have the value of total inventory cost, which is 400 pesos. The optimum number of order is 5 times per year with a total inventory cost of 400 pesos. Since the carrying cost and ordering cost have an inverse relationship, an order of more than or less than 5 times will result in a higher total inventory cost. The following table illustrates the inverse relationship between the carrying cost and ordering cost. As the frequency of placing order decreases from the optimum number of 5, the total ordering cost also decreases, while the carrying cost continues to increase together with the total inventory cost. Conversely, as the number of order increases from the optimum number of orders, the total carrying cost continuously decreases, while the ordering cost together with the total inventory cost increases. It is only the optimum number of orders of 5. The total carrying cost of the total ordering costs are equal with a minimized cost of 400 pesos. The following graph shows that with an EOQ of 100 units, orders should be placed every 2.4 months. We got this by simply dividing 12 months by 5 optimum number of orders to fulfill the usage of requirement of 500 units per year. The average inventory is 50 units, which means that when the inventory level reaches 50, the company has to place an order of 100 units to replenish its inventory. It is expected that by the time the inventory is at zero, the 100 units ordered would be received. So, ang vertical line natin dito sa graph na to is inventory and the horizontal line is time or yung period. So, from 0 month, meron tayong 100 units na stock sa ating inventory. After 2.4 months, mauubos yan. So, pag bumaba na siya ng 50 units sa ating inventory, kailangan na nating mag-order ng mga raw materials or unfinished products para kapag malapit na or maubos na yung ating stocks is may pamalit na ulit tayo. Let's move forward to inventory cycle. A cycle begins with the receipt of an order of Q units, which are withdrawn at a constant rate over time. When the quantity on hand is just sufficient to satisfy demand during lead time, an order for Q units is submitted to the supplier. Because it is assumed that both the usage rate and the lead time do not vary, the order will be received at the precise instant that the inventory on hand falls to zero, thus ordered the time to avoid both excess stocks and stockouts. Dito naman, ang order size daw natin dito is 350 units. And ang usage rate naman natin dito is 50 units per day. And bago naman daw dumating dito, ang ating order is 2 days. And kapag meron tayong 100 units na lang sa ating inventory, kailangan na natin umorder ng panibagong stocks, which is 350 units ulit. Para kapag lumipas ang 2 araw, mauubos na yung ating natitirang stock, which is 100 na lang nga. Meron na ulit tayong panibagong units or panibagong stock sa ating inventory. Sinasabi dito na kapag tumataas ang bilang ng order, mas mabilis na babawasan yung ating stocks sa inventory natin. And the tendency is frequently tayong magre-restock ng ating raw material sa ating inventory dahil nga mataas yung demand. So, para masupplyan yung demand, mas malimit tayong bibili ng ating mga raw materials. And ganun din, vice versa. Kapag konti lang yung bumibili, yung inventory natin, mabagal lang siya maubos. And matagal din tayo bago mag-restock. Analysis. First, annual carrying cost is directly related to order quantity. Since the company order more units or goods, they will incur more carrying costs. Next is annual ordering cost is inversely related to the order quantity. When the firm orders in more units in one order, the number of order it needs per year decreases. And last, the intersection of the curve in A and B is the optimal or the economic order quantity, where the total cost of carrying and ordering total annual costs are at the lowest. The total cost of carrying and ordering are always equal at this point. Let's proceed to reorder point. It is the point at which to reorder inventory, expressed as days of lead time multiplied by daily usage. This reflects the number of days of lead time the firm needs to place and receive an order, and the firm's daily usage of the inventory item. When the quantity on hand of an item drops to this point, the item is reordered. Reorder point model. If demand and lead time are both constant, the reorder point is simply ROP or daily order point is equivalent to average daily usage multiplied by normal lead time. Note, the ROP is the same as the normal lead time usage under this scenario where demand and lead time is constant. When variability is present in demand or lead time, it creates the possibility that actual demand will exceed expected demand. In this case, the ROP is equivalent to average daily usage multiplied by normal lead time plus safety stock. Safety stock is maximum lead time minus normal lead time multiplied by average daily usage. Note, the safety stock is computed as the inventory usage during the under certain time between the normal lead time and maximum expected lead time. ROP under this scenario is the NLT usage plus safety stock that act as buffer.